Lawyer, civil rights activist, leading scholar, and professor Kimberlé Crenshaw is best known for her contribution to critical race theory and for creating the term intersectionality. Coming from a legal background, Kimberlé Crenshaw observed the way the law failed Black women by neglecting to consider them under the intersection of race and gender. The term intersectionality first appears in her 1989 essay, Demarginalizing the Intersection of Race and Sex, a Black feminist critique of anti-discrimination doctrine, feminist theory, and anti-racist politics. In her later 1991 essay, Crenshaw criticized the failure of feminism to interrogate race. She emphasized that this failure meant the resistance strategies of feminism will often replicate and reinforce the subordination of people of color. She points to the case DeGraffenreid v. General Motors, in which 5 Black women brought a suit of discrimination against their employer. The court weighed the issues of race and gender discrimination separately and dismissed the case. This failure of the court to recognize their compound discrimination illustrated systemic flaws in the legal system, which furthered bias and violence against Black women. Crenshaw defined intersectionality as the complex, cumulative way in which the effects of multiple forms of discrimination, such as racism, sexism, and classism, combine, overlap, or intersect, especially in the experiences of marginalized individuals or groups.
Without frames that allow us to see how social problems impact all the members of a targeted group, many will fall through the cracks of our movements, left to suffer in virtual isolation. But it doesn't have to be this way. Many years ago, I began to use the term intersectionality to deal with the fact that many of our social justice problems, like racism and sexism, are often overlapping.
Intersectionality is everywhere. It's gone from a legal term to a focal point of feminist conversations and internet platforms. It's used as an adjective to describe everything, even things it shouldn't be. Simply describing something as intersectional is not synonymous with progressive. Removing intersectionality from its original context further erases the Black and brown women the term was meant to defend. In 1996, Crenshaw co-founded the African American Policy Forum, a think tank with a focus on eliminating structural inequality. Her recent writings have focused on countering colorblindness and interrogating the racist foundations of academia. Crenshaw's scholarship and activism continues to be vital for dismantling white power structures within the U.S. and abroad. It is imperative that we embody her work in order to challenge hostile policies and actualize political change.